If you like this video, click like. If you want to continue to follow our adventure, hit subscribe. Your support would be greatly appreciated. Hello, Little House on the Road subscribers and followers. I had a viewer comment the other day, and I'm going to mention his first name only. His name's Gilbert. And he made an observation that inspired this video. I'm not just going to repeat everything he said. I mean, it was really good, but you know, I'm not a big fan of stealing people's work and thoughts, but it did inspire this video. I have said many times, probably to the point that it's driving everybody batty, that we used to have to work 60 or 70 hours a week. And in one case, we had to work 96 hours. That was back in September. We hadn't had a vacation. Carolyn hadn't had a vacation in 8 years. I hadn't had a vacation in 4 years. And again, that means we didn't have any time off. And so I keep thinking about how this adventure has saved our lives. I really do believe it's probably added years to our life. The stress has rolled off of us. And so and that's what I've made this whole thing about. And that's what I've made these videos about, is all the time that we had to give to work. But Gilbert made an interesting point. What about the other time that we had to give, trying to maintain our life? And what about mowing? I had to spend about 6 hours a week mowing. We had 5 acres. Now, don't get me wrong, I love to mow, and it was a break from the mundane, but it's a good point. If you're talking about time, that's a lot of time in 1 week. That's almost a full day's work. What about having to maintain your property, keeping it clean? Especially if you live in one of those homeowners association deals. I mean, I didn't, but apparently Gilbert did. And I wouldn't even know what that entails, but I have seen some of those houses and yards. They were immaculate. What if you have to seed your yard? What if you water your yard? You got to keep it all nice and pretty. You got to keep up with the Joneses. Which, no offense to the Joneses. I mean, they're great people. But out here, you're not keeping up with anybody. The yards are maintained for us, and quite frankly, I think these yards are spectacular. Another thing you got to worry about, the commute time. You're just sitting in a car 2-3 hours a day, just sitting, not doing anything, not providing for anything. It's just a waste of time. It's not even like I'm going to go out and look at like when you cut your grass, you at least go out and look at it and think how nice it looks. When you're driving, the only thing you're doing is tearing up your vehicle that you worked so hard to buy. It's just a waste of time. And then you get home and something has happened to your house. Tree has fallen in the yard. Or worse yet, falling on your house. Neighbor's tree fell in your yard. So then you got to spend time to either, cut it down yourself, which that's what I would do. Of course, some folks would probably have it done, but then that's money. That's more money you got to spend. It means harder you got to work. I have tried to encourage all of you that are watching. I think a lot of you have dreams and aspirations of doing this. And this is one of those things that I just didn't think about myself. But it is. It's a huge relief. Don't get me wrong. We still have our chores around here that we do. But they're not huge time takers. Carolyn and I still get to spend time with each other. When I'm mowing the yard, she was in the house cleaning. Well, now, we're doing these chores together. Heating the water. We're still sitting there talking to each other. Running the generator, which isn't a huge chore. Cooking. We're together. We're experiencing nature. Can you hear the birds? Yep, that's what I'm talking about. You know, just the other day, and I think I've mentioned this one other time, and I know I got a video of one experience, but this one was even better. We were sitting there by the campfire, just enjoying each other's company, and Carolyn says, "Oh, look at that." And I look over, and you had a mama deer. I think there was a yearling behind her, and a spring fawn. It was amazing. And Mama looked up at us, made sure that we were safe, walked up towards us, and then the yearling, she came up behind her, and then that little fawn was just walking and trying to catch up with Mom. It was amazing. While we're doing our chores, we were sitting by the campfire. I think we were warming up water for a shower. It was absolutely incredible. Awesome. You don't get to do those things. Mowing your grass, doing the dishes. So that was just another one of those things, and I don't know if we call this a nuanced experience, but it sure was an eye-opener that I never considered. You know, the 60, 70 hours a week I was spending at work, that's true. But then I had to spend all my other time sleeping and mowing and keeping up with the house. So anyway, just another piece of information to help you make your decision. So thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe. Click like if you like the video. And happy travels.